Well, hello everyone and welcome to iCognitio. In this video today, I will give you a brief demo about our product. So iCognitio is a learning content management system. It is a very intuitive and highly customizable product. It could be used at any level, like K to 12, university, or even at corporates. So today, I'm going to give you a brief demo about instructor and a student account. And so how does these account works and how do they look and feel like? We're going to go through that over the demo. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and show you a sign up account, that how do we sign up for iCognitio. So here we have a free sign up button. So all you have to do is go to the iCognitio.com and click on free sign up button here. Well, as you do that, you're redirected to a different page where you can select your organization type, whether it's K to 12, higher education or corporates. So for now, for this demo purpose, we're going to select higher education and we click on sign up for free. So once you're on the sign up page, all you have to do is fill in these few details for yourself. Once you're through, your instructor account will be created, right? Now let's see how a student can create his account. So we go to student page. Here, the first thing which is mandatory for a student is an access code. So a student will have to ask for an access code from his instructor, and then only after that they can create their account. Or either the instructor can send an invitation to the student and then they will be able to join in and sign up. So for now, let's go back to the sign in page. I have already created a dummy account for this demo and let's use that to understand the product. So this is my username and password. I'm going to click on sign in here. So once you are signed in, you are welcomed by this very intuitive and easy to understand dashboard. The first tab which is here is of courses. So this shows you as instructor that how many courses you have created or either you have joined. Then we have 13 users, total number of users under all these courses. One of our user is active, and then we have messages. This messaging system is really great. It helps you to interact with your student on personal level. So next up we have here is a report. So this is a report which is created as per the client's requirement. Right now it's a student analytics report. So this shows you that how many logins you get during this month, how many courses were seen or were used by your students, and then how many assignments were logged in by your students. Right. Next we have My Notes. So under My Notes, this is really quick. It helps you out in creating quick notes for yourself. That if you want to, next time you log in and you wish to do something like you want to mark assignment for course reading 8, the one which I have created here. So something like this, which you really want to keep handy as you log in next time to remind you of something. So this really helps you in that. Then we have My Activity panel on the extreme right. So under this My Activity panel, you can see, all the activities, all of your recent activities which you have done, in past few hours or past few days as per your usage of the application. Right. So for now, let's go ahead and, open our courses because that's something where the real action happens. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on this tab. So this is my list of courses which I have already created, and here you see all your courses, and you get few little icons, so you get a little summary about your courses, what all, how many tests you have inside this course, how many assignments, what number of members you have, and things like these. Now I'm going to show you how to add a course. So we're going to click on add course here. It is really simple to add a course. All you have to do is just enter the course name. So I'm going to type it demo 003. Course code is optional. If you wish to keep any, then you can have any description, just for your own reference, that to whom you're teaching or anything like that, whatever you feel is important for you. And you simply click on create course. So once the course is created, you are directed to the course page where you have little summary for yourself. You see how many test or quizzes or assignments you have created. You have few shortcuts to add new user, to add few test quizzes, announcement, and things like that. So for this demo purpose, I'm going to switch back to a course which I have created, right? So I have created a course which is called Business Analyst, and we're going to, utilize all the features and understand all the features, all these menus on the left hand side which you see, and we're going to explore them all under that particular course. So let's go back to Business Analyst. So now let's move to the right hand side of the screen where we have something called access code. Now, if you remember when we started this demo, when we were on a sign up page, right, a student required an access code to sign up. So this is one particular thing which is really important for you as an instructor. You need to forward this to your students if you want them to join your course and if you need them to sign up. So this is something which is really important. Apart from that, if you see this little blue color cloud here, so this stands for published or unpublished. So when this is blue in color, which means it is published and all your students can see your course, they can access your course and they can go through your content. But in case when you're working over your course and when you are creating things, when you're creating your material, you can simply keep this course unpublished, right? In that situations, none of your students will be able to see your course or access this course. So for now, I'm going to switch it back to publish. Right. So now we'll start our demo from the left hand side menu where we have all the magic happening. So the first tab here is the name of the course, which is Business Analyst. Second up here is syllabus. So in the syllabus section, you can give a brief information about the course to your students. You can give your own contact information. You can let them know that what all they'll be learning throughout this course. You can let them know how they will be marked for this course, or what kind of certification they will be receiving, and all the information you think which is really important for them to understand before they go through this course. So all of this could be under the syllabus section. It is really easy to upload. You can upload a PDF file or you can write in your content. For now, we're not going to go into those deep details as for the syllabus is concerned because that's really easy. So for now, I'm going to skip that one, and we're going to go ahead and learn how to create tests and quizzes, which is far more important, far more fun than this, right? So I'm going to click on test and quizzes, which is on the left hand side menu, next option. Right, so on the test page here, we have a list of all our tests which we have created in the past. Then we have a due date. You get a little summary that what all is there. You get your points, you see the questions, then you see this publish unpublish icon. So this publish and unpublish icon is everywhere. You'll find this common during the whole course. Everything, the test, assignments, discussion, everything is published and unpublished as per your needs, right? Then we have this setting icon up here as well. So this allows you to edit your test, delete if you wish to, then few more settings. We're going to talk about that later, just once we go through a bit more. So this copy to course is again, which is throughout the application. If you wish to copy the same test or the same exact assignment to some other course, you can simply do that from here as well. Right, so now let's go to main thing, which is let's try to create a test. Let's add a test here. So first thing you need is a test name. So I'm just going to name it demo 004. We have to give a due date. So after the due date, your students will not be able to give this test anymore, and they will not be able to access this test anymore. Basically, I'm going to keep it 100 points. Then you can create your category for yourself. It's a summer workshop, it's a daily homework thing, or anything, whatever you wish to. So I'm going to keep it graded for now, and then you can give some kind of instructions which you think are important for a student. So I'm going to give all the questions are mandatory. And we're going to save it. So our next step while we're creating the test is to add few questions. So for that, we're going to click on this add question button here, and then we have the vast variety of 12 different kind of questions. You can create any of these questions. So you have multiple choice, multiple answer, short answer, constructed response, true, false, either or, and so on. Mostly all of these are auto evaluated, so you don't have to go and you mark your students in the grade book. Apart from this constructed response, this is long answer type question, so this is manually graded. So once the student has appeared, the instructor can go to this grade book here, which is in the left menu. We'll see later during the demo, and you can grade your students for that. All of these can also be graded by the instructor. If they wish to make any changes in the grades of students, they can do it anytime. So for now, for this demo, we're going to go ahead and create a formula question for ourselves just to see how the question is created and to get the feel of it. So we're going to create a really simple question here. What is a plus? So for a formula based question, you have to create few variables. So you can create n number of variables for yourself. Just make sure they're in the bracket, and then we add a minimum and a maximum value to them. So Yes, I'm gonna keep it 1 to 10. The beauty of this question is that you don't have to create anything manually, you don't have to hard code any numbers. You just have to give it, few, we set the formula, you have to give it few variables, set the value of the variables, and then everything will, work just accordingly. So we're gonna add a formula here, a plus b, and if you wish, you can add decimal places as well. We need a combination, so this combination thing will, sort us out in a manner where all the students will not get the same question. So if I'm grading 10 questions and let's say I have 20 to 25 students, so they will get, so after every student, all of them will not have the same numbers basically. So they will see, somebody will see what is 2 plus 3, somebody will see what is 4 plus 5, somebody will see what is 6 plus 7. So this is really amazing. Then we have allow error margin. So if you wish that if your answer is in really in decimals and you think that if somebody is making a mistake of 0.25 or zero point 0.5 in positive or negative, you can allow that up here. For now, I'm just gonna go and generate a few combinations. So these are the combinations which students will see, which they will get in their exam. Somebody will get what is 7 plus 6, somebody will want 1 plus 4, and so on. And we're gonna save this question. So our question is saved, right? So this is how you create a question. Apart from that, there's something which is really helpful for the instructor, that is from question banks. So question bank is a place, where instructor can, keep creating his questions in advance while you are creating your course, right? You can create your own question bank, you can add your own questions and stuff like that, so that when you're creating these tests and quizzes, all you have to do is call the question from, different question banks or as you feel like. So these question banks are not course specific, so it doesn't matter if I have created the question bank in this particular course or not, but I can still, when I click on question bank, it shows me all the question banks of all my courses. So then I can add questions accordingly, whatever I feel like. So I'll have to these are my questions which I've created previously. I'm just gonna check all of these and click on add in test. So here I have all the questions. So this, you see, this saves a lot of time for an instructor if he has done his homework correctly, if he has created his material wisely, then so everything is done very quickly. Right, so apart from that, there's another thing which is really important for the test is that is settings things, which we saw earlier. So we're gonna click on that settings icon here. This gives us a lot of options, to create or add and make differentiate in test. So first is random shuffle questions. If I say yes to it, all of my students will not see the questions in the same order. They'll be getting different orders for the same questions. Then we have show one question at a time, so student will see just one question at a page, and then he has to click on next, next, next to go to the next question, else they see all the questions in the same page, right? And they have to scroll down. Then we have show previous question. So if you have selected one question, then you can allow them either to go back. So let's say if I've answered the first question and I click on next, now I'm the question number 2. If I wish, if I want them to allow that they, after coming to question 2, they can go back to question 1, I can say yes to it. Else you can keep it no, and then they won't be able to, go backwards. They can only proceed further in the test. Then we allow multiple attempts. You can simply set how many attempts you would like them to take. If you're creating a mathematical test which is for practice, then they'll get a different numeric digit every time. Then you can create unlimited attempts kind of test, and they can keep learning and keep practicing it from there. Then we have grade bias. So this will reflect it in the grade book, and you will see the grades according to your selection, that after in multiple attempts how you should be graded. We're gonna let it highest score for now. Then we have time limit in minutes. So for your test, you can give it a 30 minutes limit, and after the 30 minutes, the test will be saved automatically. No matter students have submitted their test or they have completed their test or not, but after 30 minutes, it will be submitted. Next, you have notify user. So if user has already taken your test and you have added in the practice test, if you have added few more questions, they will get a notification email that there has been some changes being made for this particular test. Then we have resumable. So if you have created a long test which has approx 30 to 40 questions, 50 questions, and you want your students, you want to be a little lenient with them, and they can, answer some 10 today, 10 tomorrow, and they can do something like that. So resumable helps the student in, doing that. They can do few questions today and few tomorrow and few later. Next, we have last, which is view submission. So once the student has submitted his test, if you want them to see their submissions, that what all they have submitted, so you can click yes. If you want them to see their see the answers with the correct answer, what they have submitted, their answers with the correct answers, to keep a little transparency with the students that what they did was wrong or what is the correct answer, then you can select this yes with correct answer, and we update it. So all of these settings reflect in our test now. Apart from that, on the right hand side here, we have a little summary for test, right, which you can see. Nothing fancy about here. Then we have a preview of the test. You can see how the student will get to see your questions, right? This is how a student will see these options and all of your questions and all that, right? So that's pretty much about the test. Now let's move to the next option, which is an assignment. Let's go ahead and click on assignments here. So you get the same kind of list everywhere in the assignments as well. You see the title, then we have due date, we have points, publish, unpublish, same icon. Then we have settings icon here again. So this copy to course, comment and submissions. I'm going to explain this to you in a while here. So yes, so let's go ahead and try to add a new assignment. Let's create a new assignment here. So click on add button. You give the name of your assignment. Then we have the description. You can give description of your assignment, whatever what the assignment is all about. You explain everything here. You basically here you put the detail about the assignment, what all you want your students to do in this particular assignment. Then we have the due date. You can set up any due date for yourself. Then we have points, so you can maximum number of points, you can mention it here. Then we have submission type. This is something different from test. So here you can allow your students to either they can only do a text entry, they can only type in their answers, or they can do a file uploads. File uploads could be of any type. It could be a video file, it could be an audio file, it could be a text file, PDF, Word, Excel file, PowerPoint, it could be in any format. We allow all formats initially, but if your admin wants, if you're if your university and your admin doesn't want your students to submit videos, then he can let you know, and he blocks that from his admin panel. But as of now, a student can submit his assignment in any way he likes. Then we have attachments, so you can attach a file for information basis if you have any extra information for this particular assignment. Then we have advanced settings. Under advanced settings, first option is comments enabled. So comments is something like a Facebook comment section, if it's something like that, where you and your students can communicate with each other. Students can ask you questions related to this assignment, other students can answer them, you all can reply to each other comments, you can like each other comments and stuff like that. But as an instructor, you hold the authority to delete any of the comment which you think is inappropriate for now. Next we have is submission enable disable. So if you're looking out for paper submissions for this assignment, you can simply disable the submissions. Then student will not be able to submit this assignment online. Else you can select any of the kind of submission you want from this submission type section here. Then we have late submission disabled. So late submission allows your student to submit the assignment after the due date has passed. But for your easiness and for your understanding, there is a separate column in the assignment page, which I will show you in a while, that helps you understand that which student submitted the assignment late, who submitted on time, who has submitted, who has not, and stuff like that. So yes, if you want your students to submit the assignment after its due date, you can let them do that. Then we have individually assigned. So this helps you to assign this assignment to particular number of students. So let's say if you do not want the assignment to be assigned to the whole class, you can select few students and you can assign this assignment particularly to them. So that's pretty much about assignment. I'm just gonna go ahead and open a previous already created assignment and show you few more things inside the assignment and how does it looks like. So we're gonna open this one here. Right, so this is your description of the assignment. Then you can write a comment, which I have already done. Here is a comment. I can unlike my own comments. People can reply to me on this comment. I can delete it, right? And that's something which is important, which we were discussing before, was this submissions. So here I get list of all the submitted students who are submitted, non-submitted. So I'll get a list of all the students of this particular course who have not submitted the assignment. So here's my list. Then I have late, if anyone has submitted late. But no, nobody has submitted this assignment. And all these options like these graded, if you've already graded someone, you get a list of that for your understanding purpose. Right. Apart from that, there's nothing much in the assignments part, right? And yes, let's move to the next part, which is members.